The Wire is known for its fantastic acting, writing, and realism. However, there is one person that fans do seem to be mixed on, and that is McNulty, the show's quote-unquote protagonist.
Detective String. You remember? Bird trial. Detective McNulty.
You want something copied, man? Search warrant, court papers, anything I do to help, you know?
Now, the show technically doesn't really have a protagonist, as according to the creators of the show, the city of Baltimore is the main protagonist. So much so, the show's greatest season is the one that features him the least. And the season that people are most mixed on, season 5, features him doing one of the show's most contentious things, in which he fakes a serial killer in order to gain funding to catch the show's main antagonist, Marlowe. Now, he's quite a controversial character, as he isn't the most likeable or even relatable person, due to his superiority complex, and in a weird way, his main character syndrome.
Stand here and say you did a single fucking thing to get a police shot. You did not do this, you fucking hear me? This is not on you. No, it isn't, asshole. Believe it or not, everything isn't about you.
And while he wasn't in much of the show's best season, I wonder, was he really that bad? Now, first off, nobody really thinks he's a bad character per se. It's mostly just the fact sometimes he isn't really part of the most interesting storyline on that ongoing season. Now, of course, not all the time, but some of the show's most iconic moments don't feature him. Whether it's Snoop in the hardware store, Bodie's death, which indirectly involves him, and My Name Is My Name, etc. Though he does have a few quite cool and crucial moments.
Motherfucker. Fuck me.
However, I do think he's a very interesting character, as he does want justice. It's just the means in which he does things, and his smug attitude, I think, puts audiences off, which I think might be the point. However, I do think there are some likeable things about him, specifically the character's best point in Season 4, in which we really see him start to his relationship with Bodie, in which it's shown he really does like Bodie, so much so, when Bodie is killed, this was McNulty's reaction.
God damn it, Sergeant. You're on the brink of insubordination.
And his just more positive outlook on life is just really nice in Season 4. And this is the start of his downfall that was much disliked by the fans, in which in order to get justice, he breaks the law, and when he does succeed, he loses his credibility and his job.
But Christ, what an asshole. And I'm not talking about the ordinary gaping orifice that all of us possess. I mean an all-encompassing, all-consuming, out of proportion to every other facet of his humanity chasm.
However, I do believe McNulty is a great character and a protagonist, as he really in some ways epitomises the show. He tries to make a change to his system, however he's shown to have flaws. Cheating on his wife, being very self-centred, however he eventually redeems himself and starts to live a better life. Until Bodie's death, in which he has to go back to his old ways, and by the end he's out of the game but still scarred by it.
Let's go home.
And him being a very flawed character really helps ground the show as well, as if he were similar to a character of Bunk, who's one of the show's more better moral characters, it would be a very nice and good protagonist. However, I think it would be a bit underwhelming or even boring in some parts. However, McNulty is able to show a way in which the police would have to operate in order to get true justice, even if it costs them his job, and even if it's selfish and technically against the law. McNulty did really want to make Baltimore a better place, and is a great character in showing the flaws in Baltimore and Americans' justice system.
You're not killing them yourself, McNulty. At least assure me of that. And the one who disappeared?
He's okay. Last I checked.
Good, that's a start.
So overall, McNulty isn't that bad. However, I can see why people don't like him, which I do believe is the point, but even I got a little bit annoyed with McNulty, especially during Season 5. On the other hand though, he's a fantastic character who acts as show as outlet and main protagonist, and really is worthy of being so for such a legendary show.